Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, nothing happened, nothing to see here, everything's back to normal. That's of course what they want you to believe. It seems as though John Fetterman is back better than ever after 2 to 3 weeks in the hospital. He's been miraculously cured. That's what the Democrats want to have you believe. That's what they want to convince you of. The question, of course, is, especially for Pennsylvania residents who deserve representation in Washington, is it real? Or probably the best way to ask the question, is it realistic? Well, the unfortunate answer, the simple answer is no. It's not realistic. It's highly unrealistic. John Fetterman clearly is not okay. He is still not fit to serve. And so let's do what we usually do. Let's question the official narrative and continue to highlight the overall despicable nature of propping this guy up as a senator in the first place. The saga continues. John Fetterman is not okay. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so Senator John Fetterman was admitted to the Walter Reed Hospital undergoing supposed treatment for clinical depression. And here's the most recent update from his Twitter account. I am so happy to be home. I'm excited to be the father and husband I want to be, and the senator Pennsylvania deserves. Pennsylvanians have always had my back, and I will always have theirs. I am extremely grateful to the incredible team at Walter Reed. The care that they provided changed my life. I will have more to say about this soon, but for now I want everyone to know that depression is treatable and treatment works. This isn't about politics. Right now there are more people who are suffering with depression in red counties and blue counties. If you need help, please get help. Now, firstly, I know this can't be considered as evidence, but I just want to point out the expression on John Fetterman's face. You know, he's putting this post out supposedly to quash any concern. He is totally cured. I mean, that's the narrative. He's trying to tell you that, nope, I was totally depressed, clinically depressed, 2-3 weeks in the hospital, and I'm totally cured. You can cure depression. And the picture that they post alongside with this tweet is this. Does this seem like a happy man? A man unable to smile for a simple photo? We're supposed to believe that John Fetterman has been miraculously cured from his clinical depression, and this is the photo that they release. It seems almost like we're in a repeating cycle with this individual, where John Fetterman, or rather his communications team, tells you everything is all right, don't ask questions, John is perfectly A-okay, and then of course, reality kicks in that John is not okay. After months upon months of trying to hide the fact that he was cognitively disabled after suffering a debilitating stroke, the truth eventually came out, and it wasn't pretty. It's still not pretty. I mean, just talking about John's ability to process audio stimulus, it's been described as sounds similar to the Peanuts cartoon TV series, the infamous teacher sound. That doesn't seem okay. That seems extremely concerning. And now on top of that supposed crippling depression, what's the intention for John Fetterman here? Is it for him to take time for himself, his family, to heal, to get better? No, of course not. They're probably going to try to mask all the problems, prescribe him a bunch of antidepressants, and shove him into the political spotlight. You know, at this point, it's not even partisan. I don't criticize John Fetterman because he's a Democrat. It's not a personal political bias where I think he should be removed and replaced with a Republican like I always say. The guy just needs to be replaced in general, even if it's by a Democrat. It seems highly unethical. And one person who's received criticism, and I believe rightly so, is John Fetterman's wife. You know, just like Jill Biden, seemingly not taking his well-being into account, just basking in the glory and the public spectacle of it all, becoming a family in politics. It's actually interesting because Giselle Fetterman, John Fetterman's wife, recently wrote an op-ed in Elle, the tired trope of the power-hungry woman, with this picture over here, highlighting her rather than her husband in the photo, going on and on with the whole, I'm a victim because I'm a woman, I'm getting harassed with hate mail. Giselle Barretto Fetterman is speaking out against critics who've dubbed her a power-hungry wife, saying she's faced the vast majority of harassment after her husband, Senator John Fetterman, was hospitalized for treatment of clinical depression. As soon as John's political profile began to grow, I started receiving hate mail, 10 times more than John ever got himself. I hadn't sought an office of any kind, and I never wanted to be in the public eye. In fact, that's the last thing I'd want. Really? Because it seems to me like writing an op-ed for Elle, decrying yourself as a victim, is the exact opposite of that. I mean, look at the picture. It's the whole South Park joke from this season, poking fun at Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
All right, thanks for having us on the show.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
Writing books and going on TV shows, demanding they be left alone. We want our privacy. I don't want to be in the public eye. I never wanted to be in the public eye, no. But everywhere John Fetterman goes, every photo, every event, Giselle Fetterman makes herself the focal point and seems to be basking in the glory of public politics at the expense of her own husband's health. She says they're the same attacks level that Meghan Markle, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Joe Biden, my apparent competitors, for the, quote, worst wife in America. They echo the dehumanizing bullying that women like Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama have faced for decades. Yada, yada, yada. I'm a victim because I'm a woman. No, people are criticizing you because your husband is not okay, clearly. And it seems as though the public cares more than you do. It seems as though partisan Republicans care more than you do. It seems as though you're more interested in the $170,000 a year salary, plus obviously more perks like the access to information, insider trading and other corporate connections and corporate opportunities. It sounds like that and being in the limelight, captured by paparazzi and writing op-eds for Elle. Giselle Fetterman's probably going to write a book at some point. It seems as though that's more important than John Fetterman's mental and physical decline in the public eye. Call me crazy, but I don't necessarily think Giselle Fetterman's detractors, her critics dubbing her one of the worst wives in America, are that far off base. And I feel the same about Joe Biden and Jill Biden. We're now getting reports that Joe Biden is supposedly too old to travel for coronations, says insiders. Joe Biden is too old to travel across the Atlantic twice in a month to visit the UK for the King's coronation, it has been claimed. Joe Biden can't speak. They had to make a virtual White House studio for him so his staff could have more control or more effective wire management because he shuffles his feet, can barely walk, and a literal wire is a deadly hazard for the President of the United States, apparently. He's in probably the most stressful position you could possibly imagine. He's almost 80 years old, clearly not equipped for it. Yet his wife and the Democrat establishment prop him up as a political puppet, put him in the position anyways. And again, the whole thing is frickin' disgraceful. The criticisms aren't partisan. The criticisms aren't sexist or misogynist. The criticism lobbed at the Democrats and the families who support and promote this stuff, in my opinion, are quite valid. They don't come out of thin air. But of course, Democrats will stop at nothing to achieve political power, even if that essentially means electing vegetables to positions of power. It's all just so utterly ridiculous. But of course, like I say, nothing is surprising in Clown World 2023. That's what I got for you guys though. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.